This is Spider-Man, a Miles Morales and Peter Parker crossover comic series. This video covers issue 4 of the 2012 series. Peter Parker stands outside his family home. Except, in this universe, he's supposed to be dead. Aunt May walks up to him and smacks him in the face. The teenage Gwen Stacy attacks him, still not believing he's the real Peter Parker, just some guy here to harass them. Luckily, Miles Morales shows up and insists that this is indeed the real Peter Parker. All this is too much for May, who faints. Elsewhere, at S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters, Fury asks Tony Stark if he has found out anything about Mysterio's interdimensional portal. To their dismay, Tony has nothing. They admit that they need Peter Parker back, to ask him about what he saw. Back at the house, Gwen is on the phone with MJ, also a teenager in this world, telling her the whole story. After the phone call, Gwen, Miles and Peter sit together and talk. Gwen begins to believe that this is the real Peter Parker. She asks Peter if there's a Gwen in his world too, and he reveals that he knows older versions of not only Gwen, but MJ too. May walks in on their conversation, and Gwen tries to convince her that Peter has been telling the truth. She is still reluctant to believe her, and she asks Peter how he got here. He tells her about Mysterio, and that there's a May in his world too. In fact, May and Ben were the ones who raised him. He tells May that, in his world too, Uncle Ben died, which is what inspired him to become Spider-Man. He quotes Uncle Ben's words, "With great power comes great responsibility." That's when May knows that it really is him, and embraces him. The tranquility is short-lived though, as a S.H.I.E.L.D. vehicle shows up outside the house. Fury enters and tells Peter that he needs to come back with him. Peter hugs May and Gwen one last time, and leaves with Miles and Fury. Just outside the house, he sees MJ. She recognizes his face, but before he can say anything, she runs away. Back at S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters, Tony Stark asks Peter what he knows about Mysterio. As Peter and Tony struggle to break the code to Mysterio's interdimensional device, Miles recognizes a building in one of Mysterio's videos. Mysterio likes to broadcast his crazy ramblings on the internet, and Miles sees a building in the background that is close to his house in Brooklyn. He tells Fury that this clue could lead him to Mysterio's secret lab. Fury readies the Ultimates, and they fly off with Peter and Miles in the lead, to find Mysterio. And that's how issue 4 of Spider-Man ends. Join us next time, as the adventure comes to a conclusion.